I'm getting positive feedback about your work. And your next gig tests the notion that rock and roll never dies. We have 4 fried musicians, and I don't mean drug burnouts, electrocuted. They were shooting a reality TV show at the casino. Our Vics seem to be well past their 15 minutes of fame, but even stale celebrities freshly dead attract media. So we can't hit any wrong notes on this one. Follow Warwick Brown's lead, and you'll stay right in tune.
Hearing good things about you. Let's roll and rock. Bullet Train, 80s band, big hair and wild threads and a couple of hits. I guess we know the answer to whatever happened to... Okay, that's Boogie Feet Brown on lead guitar, Marty Party on bass, Stevie Olacek down off his drum kit. But this young singer must be a replacement. Like Elvis C. says, accidents can happen, particularly around electronic gear like this. So can murder.
Huh? Me? I'm nobody. Just the sound tech. Todd Hinckley. Yeah, we were doing a sound check for our TV show when something malfunctioned. I mean, really malfunctioned. I hope it's nothing I did.
I hope so too, Todd.
Yeah, well, back at the soundboard, of course. The train, they were going into their big finale. The guys come in and share the mic with our lead singer, you know, for that last killer chord. Oh, sorry. Bad choice of words.
You think?
God, I think I'm gonna be sick. It was horrible, man. 1 minute they're rocking out, the next, frying. Bullet Train to Bad Street. Maybe you remember, that was the name of the Train's first album, Bad Street USA. Reality show based around the guys auditioning a new lead singer. Find just the right young chick with the moves and the pipes and, you know, really hot. Tomorrow was supposed to be the finale. Down to 2 contestants. Yeah, Andrea Stevenson, one of the 2 finalists. Really talented, and the guys liked her. But some of us think that the other contender, Kathy Cantanta, was the real deal. And Kathy, well, she had the fan support. Fierce? Well, that's a harsh word. I mean, sure, they both want to win, but they get along. Or got along. I mean, hell, they've been rooming together next door since the beginning of the competition. The show put them up in a huge luxury suite. Part of that reality TV drama, I guess.
How long have you known these guys?
Hey, I'm a pro. And the trainer pros. Of course, you get to know people you're working with on the road, day in, day out, or on a big production like this. I know Kathy better than Andrea. Her, I was still getting to know. Oh my God, what a waste. I've been with Bullet Train since, like, forever. I dropped out of high school to roadie for them. I mean, what the hell am I gonna do now?
Barefoot on a metal stage. Points for showmanship, not for common sense. Electric guitars, mics, and no insulation. Playing barefoot, current grounded itself, and zap, our probable cause of death. dressed for the show. Black leather jackets, jeans, and their trademark belt buckles. Damn. She couldn't have been more than 25. And easily 25 younger than these guys. Vocal effects pedal. You don't see these often. Looks like it connects to that mic on the ground. Nice catch. Pedal short of screw. Let's have a close-up look back at the lab. You'll want a different tool for that. You'll want a different tool for that. The plug that connects the grounding wire has been removed. Unsafe stage practice, but not necessarily sabotage. Roadies sometimes cut these off to fit into different outlets. That is one ugly bug. Go ahead and grab it for Grissom. Who was it that sang "Die with Your Boots On"? This video camera is online. Perfect view of the stage.
Well, yeah, I was taping too. That's part of the run-through. But I can't give that to you guys. Eddie, my boss, he nixed giving that out to anybody. You know how the media would run with it.
Todd, we're not the media. We're the law. And your set is now our crime scene, and everything from busted drumsticks to guitar picks and duct tape to that videotape is evidence.
Right. I'm not trying to hassle you, honest. Here you go. It was a signature thing. Original singer, she never wore shoes. Wild child kind of deal. So her tryout replacements did the same. The boys, they always wore cowboy boots, but they got kidding around and took them off as a show of solidarity that Andrea was their personal choice, not Kathy.
Why is the power cord missing the plug that connects it to the grounding wire?
I didn't know it was. You see, we've been playing a lot of small clubs. The train's on the comeback road, you know. So sometimes you cut off those thingies to be able to plug it in at all. But I thought before this big gig, we'd weeded out all that small crap.
Sure.
I'll send a team right out. Well, if you're expecting a big revelation, I can't help you. Electrocution is indeed the cause of death for all 4 DOAs. I admit, beautiful young women are my least favorite clients, and this is a real waste of youth and talent. Tox screen, clean. I've got a fingerprint for you, and that's all. Sure thing. I'll prepare the body. Too bad he boogied with his bare feet and not in his boots. Electrocution occurs when the current runs through the body into the ground. Rubber-soled shoes act as an insulator between the body and the ground. But Arviks went out of the world the way they came in, unshod. Sure thing. I'll prepare the body. Even before that current made him a permanent has-been, Marty's party was winding down. You could run a pharmacy for a week with what this bassist had in him. Records show he was intimate with a stomach pump, and his alcohol content could have got him pulled over for walking without a license. One peculiar note, Marty also suffered from jock itch. Found a nearly empty tube of antifungal cream in his pocket. It's on the side table there if you'd like to take a look. Sure thing. I'll prepare the body. Traces of alcohol, cocaine, and a long list of pharmaceuticals, none of which impacted COD. Those marks are a classic case of ringworm. Some people mistake it for real worms, but it's just a good old-fashioned fungus. Stevie appeared to be treating it with a spray powder, hence the whiteness around the area. Eerie, isn't it? Lichtenberg figures, they're called. Pretty common in such cases.
Interesting. Boogie Feet Brown steps on the vocal pedal, not Andrea, and the current hits. Andrea's mic went through that echo pedal, so when Boogie Feet punched the pedal, the switch inside reversed the electric current. It couldn't ground itself via the power cord. Instead, it grounded with the stage, killing off 4 of them. Nothing interesting on this frame. Nicknamed Boogie Feet, age 52. Arrested for willful destruction of property, theft, and reckless endangerment for sneaking an ostrich into his hotel room. There's more to be done with that item before we can process it. You'll want a different tool for that. Close. Try using a similar tool. You know, I hang around with enough music pals to know that there are effects pedals for all kinds of purposes, but not a switch designed to reverse the current when stepped on. You'll want a different tool for that.
I'm pretty sure I told you everything I know already.
That's me. Listen, I, of course, heard what happened, and I'm just devastated. I feel like I lost my best friends. I'll try to answer your questions, but you have to understand, this is such an awful, awful tragedy. Losing these great rock stars is a real blow to music. And of course, Andrea, too. Okay, I knew you'd ask that question, and I've been trying to think how to tell you, how to convince you that, yes, we're contestants, finalists, but we've been through a lot, all the early rounds of the show, and we really, really were friends. Anyway, on these kinds of shows, the runner-up often does better than the winner.
So it wouldn't bother you if you did better, but she won.
Of course it would break my heart, but I would really be glad for her. She's worked so hard. This is awful. Now I feel like everyone else who says it like they've been brainwashed, but I mean it, I've come this far. It's been the opportunity of a lifetime. Just getting the chance to play with those guys was a dream come true. Oh, well, it used to be all of the contestants. So many talented singers, so much great energy. But now it's just the two of us. Or one. God. You can't be serious. Wasn't this an accident? Who could want something like this to happen?
The evidence indicates that this was no accident.
Oh my God! You can't mean this. You really can't. Isn't it bad enough, this tragedy, without suggesting somebody'd want to hurt those wonderful people? You must be wrong. Your evidence, you need to check it again or something. Look around? Well, sure, I guess. Will that help?
Stop screwing with him or else. I guess this could be taken a couple of ways. Looks like an email Todd sent to Andrea. Encrypted, but not for long. Whoa. As a computer artist, Todd's right in there with the wackos pasting their photos in the magazine shots of movie stars they want to marry. You'll want a different tool for that. Good. This area is clean.
Okay, now I know that looks bad, but listen, you have to promise this goes nowhere except police places, okay? I mean, you're gonna think I'm being catty about Andrea, and I'm not. I don't judge people. Thing is, she's kind of a party girl with the guys in the band. I mean, not a slut, definitely not a slut. Just hanging out after hours. And you know how it is. I don't think Ray's ex-wife, Jill, was thrilled when she heard about it. Ray and Andrea were starting to move past just partying to something more serious. Jill Wilde? She was great. In her day, you know? Bullet Train's first lead singer way back when, in the 80s. really talented, a real golden oldie. She and Ray, they had a nasty breakup. But, I don't think she really ever got over him. She still performs, which I think is so sweet. At a lounge. Here at the casino, as a matter of fact.
She performs here? I must have missed a sign.
Yeah, so did I. Brings in the older crowd. My God, you don't think she could be responsible? Could she have loved Ray so much that she... You don't really think that, do you?
I'm pretty sure I told you everything I know already.
Excuse me.
No autographs, okay? I always sign after the show, but...
We're with the crime lab, Miss Wilde.
Oh, yeah. I was expecting you. About Ray, right?
We're sorry for your loss. Why were you expecting us?
Oh, well, yeah. Todd? Knew him since he was a baby. Anyway, he called and gave me chapter and verse, but this is not a cool time. I've been drowning my sorrows in booze and blackjack with a black coffee antidote that didn't take. I got more witnesses than those Jehovah cats. If I wrote that little bitch a note, it'd be 2 words long. The second would be you, and you can deduce the first, Columbo. Ugh, next question. I don't know. Why?
We have reason to suspect foul play in the deaths of your ex-husband and the other victims.
Really? You have reason to suspect? And you're wasting your time and mine talking to me. Hey, here's a wild hair of a suggestion. Why don't you go out and find the killer?
You must have been pretty upset when you heard about your ex-husband sleeping with a girl half your age. Who told you about that? Todd?
I don't remember who told me because it just wasn't that important to me. Who he swaps venereal diseases with nowadays, I could care less. I won't lie and say I'm shedding any tears over that selfish dickweed's death. Hey, I dumped him, by the way. Ancient history.
Must have been a real slap in the face when Bullet Train made a literal show out of finding a new lead singer. I mean, your voice was on every one of their hits. Then they make a comeback without you? You missed the train.
You haven't followed the little train that couldn't, have you? Since I booked, the 3 of them can't make a sandwich together without being arrested. Huh. Which theme park will they appear at next? Well, the suspense is killing me.
I understand your bitterness. You know, I saw you with the train back in '89. You weren't just the heart back in '89. You weren't just the heart and soul of the act. You were the act.
Well, you're a man of rare taste and fine frickin' distinction. You ever been down here at the casino to see what I'm up to post-train? Rooms a sellout, night after night, and I am rocking the roof off the joint.
Listen, I know you said no autographs, but I really am